Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for April 27th through May 3rd. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here, and then we're going to pull a spirit message for you guys from this oracle deck here. So without further ado, my dears, we're going to jump right on in here and see what's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. See what messages are coming in for you guys. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Alrighty. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we have coming up here, first card, we've got the Hanged Man, Major Arcana card, keep in mind. I know the Hanged Man is a card that a lot of people don't like to see because they feel, oh, well, it's uneventful, or oh, nothing much of anything is going on. Or some people view it as a card of being stuck, and it's not the case with the Hanged Man. What you need to keep in mind, number one, it is a Major Arcana card. When Major Arcana cards come up, this is a crossroads energy. This is a pivotal moment in your life where there's some degree or level of divine intervention, where your angels and guides are stepping in and preparing you for a phase, for a transition, for a phase, a moment of growth, coming into your soul path, something you came here to accomplish, something you came here to master. So when this card comes up, you might be feeling a little bit stalled. You might be feeling like, I know I'm not exactly where I'm going to end up, but I'm not sure what's next. I'm not sure how to get from point A to point B. And the Hangman card says that things are going to move forward once you look at the situation from a different stance or a different perspective. So let me explain what I mean by this. A lot of the times I see this card come up when somebody's on autopilot, right? You've had a goal in your mind. You've had something you've been trying to work towards, and it's just become very automatic. It's become a matter of habit, a matter of just kind of like, this is what we're doing, right? And Spirit is saying, look, the way the universe works, the way the law of attraction works, the way that things happen, we have to respect your free will, and we've got to allow you to call in what you're calling in. But your spiritual team may feel like what you're about to manifest or what you're about to call in is not going to make you happy. You're maybe going after something that you're mistaken. It's not what you think it is. Or you're just going out of habit and you're not realizing that you've changed and you're not realizing that you don't want this thing anymore. So Spirit's giving you a chance, giving you a little bit of a timeout to rethink things and really kind of wake up and evaluate and look at the situation. What do you really want right now? What's truly going to make you happy? A lot of the times when I see the Hanged Man, you're going after something you think is going to make you happy, but it's got you fooled. It's not what you think it's going to be, right? I give the example of like celebrities. When I see the Hanged Man, it makes me think of not all celebrities, but some celebrities, right? We see a lot of celebrities that they're famous, they have a ton of money, they may have a very attractive spouse, they may have a beautiful family, but they fall into all kinds of addiction and, substance abuse and unhappiness, and sometimes even, spiraling, downward spiral, out of control energy and things like this. And so it's kind of like, well, there's someone, they have what you think would make somebody happy. They have all this attention. They're loved and adored by the masses. They have all this popularity. They have all this money, and yet they're so miserable. Because at the end of the day, maybe what they just want is somebody who's going to love them, or somebody who's going to be there for them, or somebody that they can relate to or talk to or whatever it might be, right? They have all these things, but it hasn't cured loneliness. It hasn't cured unhappiness, right? But you might think, oh, well, if you're famous and rich, then you're not going to have any problems, right? A lot of people will want to become famous or rich because they think, well, then I'm not going to have any problems. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to have everything. The Hangman is like the thing that you're pursuing or the thing that you're trying to call in. It's not the answer to your problems necessarily. So Pisces, this is a time for you to kind of reevaluate. Sit down and think about, okay, what am I trying to manifest right now? What am I trying to call in? What am I trying to bring into my life? What is it that I want that I feel like I'm stuck or it's so far out of reach? You know, what do I think it's going to bring me? What do I really want? You know, meditate on these questions, because once you have this cleared up and ask your angels and guides to help you. Say, please help me see anything I'm missing about this. Help me to see anything I'm missing about the situation. And as soon as you make that connection, you're going to find that things begin to move forward again. Your next card here, my dears, is the Emperor. And so the Emperor is a card that can have to do with Aries or Scorpio. I know some Pisces have like Aries moon, or they have Aries in their chart. So that could be a factor for some of you. That aspect of your personality may be coming forward, or you may be dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio. I will say this, Scorpio also had the Emperor card come up for them. And so for this reason, there could be a shared similarity, a shared energy. Could be a water sign thing. I haven't done Cancer's reading yet, but some of you could have some interaction with the Scorpio that might be significant, or helping you in terms of making decisions moving forward. Maybe you feel like the Scorpio is coming in and mentoring you in some way, or giving you advice, or helping you get things set up to move forward with a plan. But the Emperor card in general is about structure. It's about discipline. It's about organization, you know, moving forward with a plan. The Emperor is also a very beautiful, powerful symbol of someone who has gotten up time and time again and learned from their mistakes and come back better, come back stronger. So I feel, Pisces, for a lot of you, you are embracing this masculine Emperor energy, and you're rising out of some things that you are wishing you had handled differently, or you feel like things got out of hand or out of control. I feel you're taking your power back in some situation, and you're doing it in just a very assertive, calm, logical kind of way. I mean, without drama, without arguing, without anything like that, but just kind of getting control of life again, right? Maybe some of you just feel like things got out of hand, things got carried away. It became very difficult to face situations. So you're in that hanged man kind of, you know, suspended energy. And you're like, I don't like the suspended energy. I want things to begin moving forward again. So you're getting clear about what direction you want to go in. And the thing that I love about the Emperor is very logical. The Emperor is not going to be fooled, right? We talked about how maybe you've been on autopilot, or you've been longing for something that has you fooled, that you think is going to be different than what it actually is. The Emperor says you're waking up from that, and you're seeing the truth of the situation. And you're like, look, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time going after things that aren't what they're trying to, you know, perceive themselves to be. So I do feel a certain level of, like, you know, waking up, getting organized, getting your power back, you know, feeling in control of a situation, and moving forward. I also feel some of you, I'm hearing independence and autonomy, okay, which was the theme that's been coming up for Aries for quite some time in their readings. And this card also has Aries energy. So there could be this level for you too as well, Pisces, where you're wanting more independence, right? And maybe people have given you this feeling like you can't have your independence because you don't make good decisions, or remember the time you did this, and remember the time you did that. The Emperor energy says, Pisces, that this is not going to affect you anymore. You're not going to feel embarrassed by that, or you're not going to feel, you're going to be like, so, like, that's how people learn. That's how people grow. Nobody is born knowing everything. Nobody makes the perfect decision every single time. Like, that's how we learn. We make the best decisions we can in the moment with what we have, and then we learn from that. We get new tools from that experience, and we get better tools each and every time. So it's like, you're not letting people hold things over your head anymore. You're like, who cares? Who cares what I did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? I learned from that. So I feel in this way, you're coming into an independence or a confidence where maybe in the past people have, you know, kind of discouraged you or tried to make you feel a little bit like, oh, you know, don't regret this. And you're like, you know what? Like, this is life. This is the process of life. This is how people learn. This is how people grow. So I feel there's like a level of independence you're coming into as well. Your next card here, Pisces, is Nine of Cups. See? Beautiful energy. Nine of Cups is like wishes coming true. Like wishes coming true. Wishes being fulfilled. You know, having this beautiful energy of, you know, happy, good news coming in. It's also a card of fulfillment, feeling very fulfilled. And it's like enjoying your success by yourself sometimes, because you're deciding to enjoy your success by yourself. So some of you might are wanting to do something to get away and pamper yourself or treat yourself. Or you're receiving good news and you are opening doors to where there's a shift happening this week where there's going to be good news financially coming in for you abundantly, like work that you enjoy, but also is allowing you to enjoy life or do things that you like doing. This is very specific and this is not going to be true for every single one of you. But I got like a feeling or a sense of like some kind of excursion with animals. Like being in like one of those like wildlife parks or something where there's birds and things like around you that, you know, you can go and like into the exhibit and like you can put your finger out and the birds will come and like land on your finger and you can, you know, like experience. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling or this sense. So I don't know if some of you are doing something where you're wanting to work with animals or do something in terms of animal conservation, wildlife conservation, or you're wanting to take some kind of a trip to such a place. Very specific. It's very, very interesting how sometimes that happens. And it tends to be, I'll see it happen later in the comments, or somebody's like, oh my God, like this is exactly what's happening for me. So I think for somebody, maybe Spirit wants to give that confirmation or let you know that like this is in the works. Because it's such a very specific thing. But overall, for the majority of you Pisces, this is just a sense of happiness, wish fulfillment, dreams coming true. The one heads up I have to give you about the Nine of Cups, though, is sometimes as people, you know, especially since you're coming into this assertive energy, sometimes with Nine of Cups, people have a way of trying to like kind of hitch onto your wagon or benefit from your success. And the Nine of Cups is saying you're not really letting them do that. You're like, this is my success, you know? And so you might have certain people that try to make you feel bad about that or try to like, you know, like hate on that. And maybe that's what some of you are doing. It's like, well, I'm going to be generous, but I'm going to be generous where I feel I want to be generous, right? So maybe some of you are doing something in terms of like animal conservation, or you're putting your money or success into matters that are near and dear to your heart, okay? Very, very interesting energy. So the next card here, my dears, is the King of Cups, water energy. So this could be you really embracing masculine energy this week, Pisces. With that Emperor card, Emperor is a very masculine card. King of Cups is going to be a masculine water sign energy. So this could definitely be, my dears, a week of stepping into masculine energy for you, regardless of whether you identify as male or female. Masculine energy is going to be energy having to do with planning, logic, discipline, structure, order, taking action. And, you know, this card kind of is a continuation of the previous message that we were getting about, like, choosing who to be generous with. Because that's one thing about the King of Cups. He can be really, really generous, but at the same time, he's nobody's fool, right? He's not gonna be made a fool of. And people are gonna have to kind of earn his generosity or earn his you know, letting them in emotionally. So Pisces, this might be something some of you are mastering this week. Again, these are general readings. You may want to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos to get a better idea of how these energies are affecting you specifically with your planetary makeup, your birth chart makeup. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. If you want to click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Let's check out your spirit message for the week. And this deck is designed specifically towards messages for improving and increasing creativity. But if you're not interested in doing anything creative this week, we can look at this in terms of like creating flow or creating new energy in your life. So as always, I encourage you guys to look at the cards and see what's jumping out at you and what it says to you, the symbolism you're taking away from it. The leaves to me make me feel like something is past, something is behind you. It's time for new life, new energy. Little crescent moons here make me think of the new moon, you know, going after what your heart wants now instead of the old wishes or the old dreams. These little steps here, like moving forward. And then the Native American here. The Native American, to me, represents a lot of sage wisdom, right? Like wisdom that comes in through spiritual connection, wisdom that comes in being connected with earth, with nature, with heaven, right? The kinds of things that maybe we have this internal knowledge, like we're born with a sense of wisdom, but because of the way things are now, we're programmed to move away from that, to move away from that internal connection, that born programming, the programming that we're born with. We sometimes get rewired or reprogrammed through schooling systems and current modern structures. And I'm not saying school is bad, I'm not saying that, but I hope you get what I mean. I just see the Native American as a symbol for that wisdom, that internal wisdom, the connection with all things, bravery, courage, you know. So we're going to go ahead and see what we have here. So the message says precision. The desire to do things precisely is useful as long as it does not devolve into rigidity, right? So here's your message for the week. Like Pisces, basically don't get caught up in the whole idea of perfectionism, okay? This is not the week to be a perfectionist. And just know that you have to be open to the flow. You have to be open to connection guiding you to a better way of doing things. There might be a better way of doing things. You can come into the flow. You can come into guidance, right? So avoid perfectionism this week. And my dears, if you would like a private reading, you can click on the Calendly link and schedule a private reading with me there. It will be a card reading. I read cards. I read intuitively. If you want a deeper astrology breakdown, I do have an astrology website linked in the description of my video. They did astrology reading for me a while back. I was very impressed. They were kind enough to offer to sponsor the channel. So if you want to use the discount code and get a discount off their already very reasonable astrology reports, you can use it as many times as you want. You can use the discount as many reports as you want. You can check that out. But if you would like a card reading with me, you can click on the Calendly link. Channeled angel messages and love readings for April obviously have been up for quite a while. They're linked in the description of the video. And I'll have the May love videos and the May channeled readings up hopefully soon. Videos are super late. As you guys can tell, this is getting posted very late. I burned my equipment, and so I'm waiting for... I burned through it, I should say. I didn't burn it. It burned out on me. But shipping is taking forever. So hopefully I'll have my camera soon and I can get back up to speed and get the videos posted sooner, more quickly again. But I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget, every single day on Amethyst Angellight, Instagram, and Facebook, I post a message, a card of the day, I pick a card. Make sure to take advantage of those daily messages as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.